Here we have a door handle from a 2003 Landrover Discovery, I believe. This is the X239 Keyway, or RV4. And we'll be decoding it with the NE38 Lishi pick. And this lock's a little weird. You can see we have wafers that are spaced normally, and then we have the last four here, they're in pairs. So we have nothing in positions 1 and 2. So first wafer is the number 3, then the 4's on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top. Now 7 and 8 are a wafer pair. They're the same depth, but they're stuck to each other. And the number 7 is actually on the same side as the number 6. And the number 8 is down here. And the number 10 is up here. Sorry, the number 9 is up here, and the number 10 is at the bottom. So we pick this just like any other lock. We look for the binding wafer, and there's one right here. So we're going to pick it. Got a little bit of a false set. Now we pick number 8. And now we got a pretty good false set going on. Number 6 might be next. Now another thing that's a little weird is if you go perfectly on the number 3 here, you're actually kind of on the edge of the wafer. So it's really a little bit forward of it right there. So we'll pick it. See, if I put it right here, we're not hitting anything. The wafer is just forward of it. Looks like number 4 is next. Okay, and I'm going to have to rotate it back to get this one. Quite a bit, actually. Okay, and there it is, it's picked. Okay, decoding is not 100% straightforward either. So we'll start with our number 3. And again, it's not necessarily the pick, I think it's the lock. It's just ever so slightly forward of the number 3. And the same with the number 5 over here. So this is clearly a number 1. It's a number 2. Four is a 3. Sorry, 5 is a 3. 6 is a 4. And again, the number 7 is right next to the number 6. And it's a number 2. And this is what I mean by you have to be a little bit forward of it. Right here. We're not on top of the wafer. It's starting to slip off right there. Top of the wafer is right about here. So 7 and 8 is a 2. And then 9 and 10 See, number 9 looks to be a 4. Number 10 appears to be a 3, but that can't be because they're the same. So let's cut a key, let's cut it to a number 3 and see what we get. Okay, we didn't have spaces 1 and 2. And then the next were 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 3. Here's our key. It does not turn. Let's cut the last one to a number 4 and see if that helps. If you look closely, you can see the impressioning marks on our last cut right there. That's definitely a number 4. Use a recut key. It turns like butter. Now that we have a working door key, we should be able to progression to get an ignition key. So we'll use our favorite fill-in program. Go under Landrover. 99 through 2004 Discovery. It says it's an RV4. That's the one. And now it's telling us there are 8 spaces. So that is because 7 and 8 are the same, and 9 and 10 are the same. So when we put this in here, we go question mark, since we don't know 1 and 2. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and we had 2, 2, 4, 4. So we just put it in as 2, 4. And these are our options. Taking the lock cylinder apart so that I can show you how the wafers are arranged. And unfortunately I've broken off the tailpiece in the process of disassembling it, but luckily there's an aftermarket company that makes one that doesn't break as easily. Get you zoomed in here. Pull out the key so you can see what's going on. So here we have our number 3 wafer, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is here, 8 is here, and 9 is, and 10 is here. Whoops. You can see there's space between these wafers. 7, 8, and 9, and 10, they're just stuffed in the same hole from opposite sides. Now that big hole here is actually supposed to be another wafer, but it was missing in this lock for some reason. So the spring would be sitting here, and this wafer is pulled flush whenever the key is inserted. And that's why our last cut is right here and not towards the tip. And on our Lishi, that wafer would be sitting on the high spots right here.